Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My sincerest apologies. I'm not sure what happened. I got a fatal blue screen. The computer just went to Crashville. So I hope we're back. Brandon Combs, he's moved up to P2. Braden Carter in P3. Not sure what happened to Cale Smith. We had an iRacing major update this week, and I'm not certain if that was the issue. Sounds like a lot of the drivers are flashing in and out. Randy Carter, Grandma Pete, Roxanne out there. Michael Carter still at the front of the field. He has a mare full of the 28 newcomer. Brandon Combs is going to battle it out with the 15 on lap 20 of 30. Michael Carter, Brandon Combs, Braden Carter, those three under a blanket. Let's go on board with Brandon Combs. Ladies and gentlemen, if the program crashes out again, my sincerest apologies. We're doing all we can do. Combs rolling the bottom underneath, trying to get underneath the 15 car. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have a battle in our first feature of the night. Brandon Combs, Michael Carter battling it out. Braden Carter, top three, pulling away from the field. Anthony Morano pulls up. Caden Berry moves up one in the 12 car. Cale Smith, not sure what happened to the 115. He is moved up four from his initial start. Dylan DeWert back there in the 20 ride. He's in 7th position. Vitali in the 213. Donald Ingram in the 10. And Randy Shreves in the 56. Round out your top 10. Up front, this could get interesting on lap 23 of 30. Grandma Pete out there cheering on Jordan LaFawn. Ma'am, he has moved up 7 positions. He is up to P17. Contact in the back of the field. They can't save it. I am not sure what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, all of tonight's race, including the replays, are brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank, a division of Malvern Bank. They have funded this program 100%, including the Dash for Cash. The CEO and president of the Dirt Track Bank, Jay Burdick, has been nothing but gracious. If you ever have a moment and you can reach out to the Dirt Track Bank or Malvern Bank out of Malvern, Iowa, let them know you appreciate what you have going on. They have totally sponsored us 100%, and they've given us the $1,000 for the Dash for Cash coming up in week number 16. So without comments from viewers out there, sponsors like the Dirt Track Bank are hard to come by. Jay and crew at Malvern Bank have been nothing but gracious to us. They got a solid foundation in the real racing as Jay drives a late model back there in Iowa. So, yeah, all this is due to the graciousness of the Dirt Track Bank. So reach out, let them know you appreciate what we bring to you every week. It'd be greatly appreciated. Michael Carter, Brandon Combs, Braden Carter. We are under 10 laps to go, so we will be a single file restart. Roxanne Jones cheering on. Braden Carter wants him to get by the newcomer of Brandon Combs. Clayton, I'm impressed with the 28 car.
Yeah, 28's been kind of making a name for himself. Got 2 CSC drivers behind him. Only got 1 in front of him, Michael Carter. Can he get the best of them here tonight?
We're about to find out. We'll go back green on lap 25 of 30. 28 car holding his own. Big welcome to the 28 car, to the Friday Night Light family. As the pace truck will exit this time by, leaving the field, 15 car Michael Carter is off. Braden Carter goes up on the berm, trying to get underneath the 28 car. Brandon Combs is not going to let the 05 get underneath him, as Anthony Morano trying to close the gap. Caden Berry slides up in front of the 115. Yikes, 20 car, you saw how close that was, coming to the 115. 20 car back in 7th. He is up 12 positions. Biggest mover so far is Randy Shrees. Gavin Chatham is up 20 in the 24 car from the start. Michael Carter at the front of the field. Combs, will they settle out here for a few laps and prepare for a last lap attack? Caden Berry now moves up into your top 5. Cale Smith is not done in the 115. He wants a top 5. Cale Smith currently in 6th. Dylan DeWert in 7th, up 12 positions from the start. The 15 car of Michael Carter, as they have done all year long in the CSC race team, at the front of the field. Brandon Combs in P2 on lap 28 of 30. Is Combs measuring where the 15 car is running, setting up for a last lap pass. Dives down low. Can't quite close the deal. Michael Carter's got to see that in his mirror. Combs goes on the berm on the inside. That usually upsets a car. He drives through it. The battle is going to be right here. 1 to go. Carter protecting the bottom, not letting the 28 by. It is the 15 and the 28. Braden Carter sitting back in P3. 2 more corners to navigate the 15 car of Carter. Will we see the chrome horn? No, sir. It'll be Michael Carter, Combs, and Braden Carter. Your top 3. Top 3 start finish line, please. Top 3 start finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, that was pretty good, pretty exciting racing. CSC picks right up where they left off. We do have a newcomer in the group. That's the 28 car of Brandon Combs, as he made his presence felt here in the 358 Modifieds. Don't forget, coming up here momentarily, we got the Pro Late Models coming up next. All right, fellas, I can make that work. Don't forget to go to interviews in Discord, please. Let's get a replay started here for you as we go to driver interviews. Let's see. Braden Carter is in the room. The 05 car. Braden Carter brings it home. Another podium finish by Braden. Braden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, how was it?
I don't know. It was really just one lane. It was fun though. I had tons of fun just trying to get past Combs there and maybe try to get a 1-2, but it was just hard to. He got by me on the bottom and it was just hard to pass after that. I mean, I don't know. It was still fun though. I had tons of fun and a great win on my dad.
Yeah, man. So what do you think? Would it taken another 10 laps? It sounds like the track was just coming in about the time we finished. Another 10 laps, or is Knoxville just that type of track?
From what I've noticed, it depends, honestly. It just depends how it's ran in. You can have a bottom dominant track, or you could have a track where you're just running the cushion. I mean, it honestly just depends. I feel like with the track we had, I don't know if the top would have came in like that, but when the race was over, I kind of like when we were pacing around about to go to the podium or whatever, I was up at the top and it looked like there was a cushion building. It could have been fast. I didn't try it though.
Yeah, man, another great run for the 05. Who do you want to thank on that ride for another drive to a top 3?
I gotta thank CSC Motorsports, Michael Carter, my dad, Cale Smith, Randy Carter Painting, my granddad, Pitlizer Graphics, Branson Woodward, Hunter Jarrell. I gotta thank my grandma, she's out there, Cale's mom, Cale's wife, my girlfriend for always supporting me, whatever, all this stuff, and always these fun races you guys put on. I always have tons of fun running these things.
Yeah, man, we're going to see you in the Pro Late Models?
Definitely, for sure.
Right on, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bring up P2, Brandon Combs. It's Clayton in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man. How are you?
Oh, doing well, man. Not as good as you, clearly. Come in here and run with some of the best that have dominated the league all season in the modifieds, and You come in, break up the CSC chain, man. First off, just want to, get to know you a little bit, man. Where are you from? How long you been on the sim?
I'm from Ohio, and I've been on here since 2016, and then I hopped off of here about 2018 and got back on here in 2020, and been on here since.
Nice, nice, nice. Man, just watching that 28. You and Caden Berry in the heat race there, seeing, a few youngsters getting after it, running up there in the feature with that amount of talent around you, man. How'd that 28 maintain a podium spot tonight?
Um, just trying to make good decisions when the time runs to be able to pass people and stuff, and yeah, the heat race with Caden, that was fun. It was definitely had to work for that. That's for sure. We went back and forth throwing sliders on each other, and that was a lot of fun. I've never raced with him before, but that was fun. Then in the feature, I mean, you had to really think about what you were going to do, what kind of passes and moves you were going to make there. That's for sure. I got shuffled back early, but was able to rally back up here to second.
Yeah, man, great run for you on that 28 car. Who do you want to thank for your finish tonight?
Yeah, I just got to say thanks to Chip Bangers Racing, B&B Custom Baits, FHB Consultant, Bluegrass Motorsports Media, DPR, Rapid Race Graphics, Cobber Combs Fan Club, Extreme E-Speed TV, Dino at Super Dirt Car Series, all the boys at FTM for letting me come hang out with them and run some of these modified stuff, and you guys for letting me come over here and hang out and run some races with y'all.
Yeah, man, you put on a great show tonight for a P2 finish for sure. We gonna see you in the late models?
Yep, I'm already in the server.
Alrighty, buddy. We'll get to turning some laps, and hopefully we're talking to you in the next hour or so once again.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome.
All right. Good luck, bud. See ya.
Some things never change. You can change the name of a team, but you can't change the character of a team. The 15 car of Michael Carter brings the 15 home P1. Michael, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, so you changed the name, but nothing else changes. You had a little bit of a challenge there from a newcomer, Brandon Combs, man. Walk us through your night.
Oh yeah, he definitely come in the league. He's quick. He's gonna be one gonna probably give us a little bit of problems. A lot of quick guys in here. You just gotta qualify up front and just hit your marks and the track was starting to get really really good there. I wish the bottom wouldn't have still been there in 3 and 4 because we probably would have put on a little better of a show, I think, sliders wise. But besides that, I mean, it was a great race, man. I hate the something happened on my teammate on that restart to Kale, and he blinked out, and iRacing's been acting real funny here this past week, so not sure exactly what's going on, but I hope they get it fixed out or fixed soon.
Yeah, man, our whole computer crashed, so we missed the whole center portion of the race. So hope that stays with us the rest of the night, man. Another great run by the 15 car. Love your brand new limited late model that you're going to be running back there in real life in Virginia. Man, I am so excited. I may be more excited about that than what you're doing here on the sim, but congratulations for that. And who do you want to thank on that ride for your drive to victory lane?
I appreciate that, Joe. I'm really excited about it too, man. Can't wait. First off, good run to Brandon. Good run to my son Braden. Good run to Kale. I gotta thank you always here at Friday Night Lights, Third Track Bank, GY6RN. Gotta thank Clayton for the admin and so I gotta thank Randy Carter Painting, Hey Pop, CSC Motorsports, Kale Smith, Braden Carter, Kyle Hardy Racing, Pit Lizard Graphics, Kale's wife Desi, his mom Tally, my mom Roxanne. Everybody watching, really appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, man. Congratulations. We're going to see you in the pro late models, I would assume.
Yes, sir.
Right on, man. Great. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there are the 358 modifieds. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be with the pro late models right back here at Knoxville. We'll be right back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. We brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
On this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. This hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are with the limited late models right back here at Knoxville, about to get the show back underway. Let's get the drivers off the track. All drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. Sounds like, Clayton, a lot of drivers are having issues with iRacing and graphics, so hopefully this doesn't stick with us for the night. Let's talk to the drivers. All right, gentlemen, welcome to Pro Late Models right back here at Knoxville. All the same rules apply, so we won't get into the long specifics. Just know that if you bring out 2 cautions on any one race, be it a heat race or a feature, you will be asked to park it for the night. Call-outs, doesn't matter if it's on race comms or social media. No criticism of fellow drivers or the staff here at Friday Night Lights. Intentional contact will never be tolerated at any time. You're looking at a suspension if it is determined to be intentional contact. In our Discord, there is a protest folder. If you fill out the form for a protest, that gets directly emailed to me, and we will look at those this weekend. So if we miss something that maybe you saw intentional contact or whatever, fill out that form. It's on our Discord under protest. So make sure you fill that out. Without further ado, we'll get the night underway. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Now would be the time. All right, drivers, none heard. We're advancing to qualifying. I wish you all the best of luck. So, Clayton, in talking to the drivers and keeping an eye on chat here, it seems that the track was just starting to come in about the time we wrapped up. So maybe these big body, higher horsepower cars might bring this track in a little bit faster. What do you think?
Yeah, I was just about to say the good news is we're only going up in horsepower, excuse me, throughout the night. So, you know, the track's going to come in quicker for these guys. I'm seeing a lot of slick already into 1, excuse me, and into 3. Didn't see that until almost heat 3 of the 358 modified. So I think the track will be nice and slicked off. Come consolation time, we should have a good last chance showdown and a great feature of the late models. Late models at Knoxville is a prime matchup right here, and the way this track's burning off, the way these guys are talent-wise, I think we'll have a great race and a great rest of the night. As long as the computer hiccups stay away, I know it's update week, so usually we got some bugs. As long as those stay away, everybody, thank you for sticking around through that little bit of a hiccup, but we're working with it as much as we can, and appreciate you guys tuning in. These guys are going to put on a great show here, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Chris Cox, top of the board momentarily. That didn't last long. Braden Carter in that 0.5. Times in 18.073. Cale Smith in the 115. CSC driver 18.190. Good enough for second quick. Chatham currently in the third position. 18.204. Let's wait for, there's Anthony Morano in the 32 machine. Fifth quick, 18.214. Sean Stevens, our driver from Tasmania, is back with us in the 26. Sixth quick, 18.222. Cale Smith wraps it up. He will 18.057. Gavin Chatham wraps it up, P3, 18.086. Sean Stevens moves up 1 to P4 in that 26, 18.119. Randy Shreves out on track in the 57. Ninth quick, 18.244. Hello, Michael Carter in the 15 CSC ride, 18.013. Top of the board with your current quick time. We're about to have a CSC top 3 in qualifying for the second time in a row, as they did the same in the 358 modifieds. Anthony Marfulio in the 238. 17th quick, 18.369. Brandon Combs wraps it up 6th quick, 18.127. Samuel Bachman in the James Bond 007 out on track, 10th quick, 18.231. Jordan LaFawn, the driver out of Indiana, he wraps it up back 24th quick, 18.526 for LaFawn. Boy, that will about wrap it up. We have a couple of drivers waiting to come out on track. That is Heath Dyke out of Australia and Brandon Aylesworth, my teammate out of California, waiting for the 41 and the 36 to come out on track. Currently, Michael Carter, P1 18.013, Smith 18.057, and Braden Carter 18.073. Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid, please. All right, gentlemen, just like the 358 races, you got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Leader, I'm going to need you to be 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Restarts are on the leader. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Michael Carter, Gavin Chatham on the front row. Chris Cox, Samuel Bachman in row 2. Caden Berry, Andrew Kirk in row number 3. Donald Ingram, Logan Wentz in row number 4. Brandon Wright, Heath Dyke in row number 5. Who's still out there with us? Welcome to the Randy Carter Painting Pro Late Models here at Knoxville, Iowa. Randy Carter, a big supporter of Friday Night Lights. Greatly appreciate you coming on board this year. Randy Carter's out there cheering on the CSC boys. Roxanne Jones, a CSC fan. Griffey, I'm not sure. Let's go Justin Sick, cheering on the Justin Sick, the driver out of New York. Roxanne Jones. Cale Smith's mom is out there in South Dakota. Here we go. Rhonda is back with us, cheering on the 12 car of Caden Berry. Ma'am, welcome back out there in New Hampshire. Glad to have you on board another Friday night. Michael Carter opens up a pretty substantial lead over the 24 of Gavin Chatham. Don't look now. Here comes the 12 car of Caden Berry. He wants in that top 4. He's trying to dive underneath Samuel Bachman in the 007 ride. Samuel Bachman is in the show currently. Caden Berry wants in the show in that 12 car. Michael Carter up front, starting to pull away. Chris Cox, the driver out of Des Moines, Iowa, in the 515. He pulls to the rear bumper of Gavin Chatham. Chatham stays down low, is able to pull. TJ Hart out there. TJ, as always, my friend, thanks for tuning in. Dean Reynolds joining. Oh, we have
Gavin's
contact.
around.
The 515 and the 24. Caution comes out. Let's take a peek. There's the 24 down low. 515 is the black and red car. Dean Reynolds still with us from Indianapolis, the man of many travels. Actually trying to talk Dean Reynolds to get out here to California for either the Outlaws or the oh gosh darn it, left me. What's Kyle Larson's other No Limits? No Limits or High Limits.
Series.
High
Yeah,
Limits
the
Racing.
Limit series.
Trying to talk Dean Reynolds into coming out and maybe crewing our dwarf car if we're lucky enough to be chosen to run with the Outlaws or the High Limit guys once again. So we'll see if Dean will make that trip. That would be a coast to coaster. Put him on the crew, put him to work. At his advanced age, we'll go easy on you, Dean, I promise.
It's just scraping dirt off the car. Easiest job you can do.
Scraping dirt, spraying mud off. As the green flag comes back out, now my system froze once again. Let's see what's going on. There we go. Michael Carter at the front of the field. Samuel Bachman moves up to P2, FTM driver. Caden Berry moves up to P3. We had a big shuffle at the front of the field, Clayton.
Yeah, we sure did. Gavin and Chris Cox. Obviously, Gavin just going back there being in the caution, but Chris Cox with the penalty. Watching the final transfer, Logan Wentz, the 13 of Andrew Kirk, and Donald Ingram here, almost 3 wide every corner for the 4th and final spot. Looks like Logan's got a little bit of a gap now, but watch that 10 and 13. They look hungry to get into this show right here, right now.
Yes, sir. That is the 13 car. Brand new driver Andrew Kirk in the 13, trying to get into a transfer position on his first night here at Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights. My apologies. Caden Berry in P2. The youngster from New Hampshire is able to move up. The 007 James Bond ride tries to do a crossover on the 12 car. Will we see a slide job? No, sir. Caden Berry holds the high side. Samuel Bachman stays down low. Right here, the 018 of Logan Wentz and Donald Ingram are going to battle it out for the final transfer position to the feature. With 28 cars, Clayton, I want to be in the feature from my heat race 100%.
Absolutely. We're seeing again a little bit of one lane racing, but I do see two distinct grooves. Look like everybody right there just kind of preferred the top, but at least the track's burning away. We should get even better racing as the night goes on with the late models.
Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. All right, drivers, welcome to Heat 2. We've got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on to the show. Leader, I'm going to need you 1.5 car length behind a pace truck. Everybody else, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Again, 8 laps. Top 4 moving on. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Cale Smith, Sean Stevens on the front row. Anthony Morano, Dylan Kinsey in row 2. Michael Vitale, Justin Sick in 3. Clay Christopherson, Kelly Wheeler in row number 4. Travis Anderson, Brandon Aylesworth round out your top 10.
Yeah, and watch that 26 of Sean Stevens on the front row. I watched him in practice quite a bit. Looked like he was, I believe, second fastest, only 200ths off of Anthony Morano there in the practice session. Watch that 26 on the outside. Might be able to get himself a win right here.
Yeah, we have another CSC car on the pole. I know they swept their heat races. I'd like to thank Cale Smith for flying the Got Your 6 Racing Network on board, that 115. For those of you that don't know what Got Your 6 Racing Network is all about, you can go to our our website, fnlrl.com, and look at our mission statement. And that may explain why that 115 has the GY6RN on board of that 115 car. Cale Smith will take us to the green flag. Green flag is out. After a couple of weeks break, the 26 car from Tasmania of Sean Stevens is back with us. He's on the high side of the... Caution comes out almost immediately. Let's take a look. That is the white car, is Michael Vitale there, as he's on the inside, throws the 213 in. Oh, the 011 just gets into the back of Vitale. Of course, that's why Clayton gets big dollars to make those calls. That's what I saw. Braden Carter out there asking these drivers to get to the high side once again. Gail, welcome back, ma'am. As always, it's great to see you on a Friday night. Rhonda cheering on Caden Berry. Braden Carter is out there politicking for that high line, so we'll see what that's all about. Dean Reynolds hoping it's the Outlaws. Unfortunately, the Outlaws run at oh, no, I forgot. Stockton, I believe, this year, which we usually run the asphalt track at Stockton and not the dirt track, although Stockton put in a new configuration to their dirt track. So, Dean, if we get chosen to run with the World of Outlaws in Stockton, it's a date. Bring your work clothes. So Cale Smith's going to take the bottom, putting Sean Stevens on the high side.
He's got to get a better... Well, he controls the start now, I believe.
Cale Smith's mom, Roxanne Jones, out there cheering on that 115. Ma'am, thank you for supporting your son, and thank you for his support of the United States Navy. Greatly appreciate all of our service members, first responders. Anthony Morano able to move up in front of Sean Stevens in the 26. Justin Sick, he's in the bubble on the 4th position. He's got Dylan Kinsey and Clay Christopherson breathing down the neck of that 015 car, the driver out of New York. If he wants to stay in the feature, he's got to keep that position. He's got 2 cars behind him that are hungry. That's the 83 and the 51 of Clay Christopherson. Up front, Cale Smith getting it done, starting to separate himself from the field. The 32 car of Morano's in P2, Sean Stevens P3. Justin Sick still isn't done, as Clay Christopherson dove down low. Moved that 51, showed the nose to the 15 car. On lap 4 of 8, Cale Smith in the 115 has a sizable lead. Again, a big shout out to Senior Chief Wisen out in Mayport Naval Station, Florida, for tuning in and cheering on that 115 car, the CSC driver of Cale Smith, the driver out of South Dakota. Anthony Morano in P2, Sean Stevens P3, Justin Sick in the fourth and final transfer position. Dylan Kinsey in the 83, he wants that position. He is on the rear bumper. Let's go in the look out the back of Justin Sick as he's trying to put himself into the show on lap 7 of 8. You can see the 0:15 of Justin Sick separates a little bit from the 83 of Dylan Kinsey. With 1 to go, Cale Smith will take the white flag coming off of turn 4. He's running a little bit of a slider line, but holding his lead over the field. 1 to go, Cale Smith, Morano, Stevens, Justin Sick, your top 4. Cale Smith now has 2 corners to navigate in the 115. Coming through 3 and 4, Cale Smith has it under control. Anthony Morano, Sean Stevens, and Justin Sick, your top 4 that will transfer. Justin Sick did some damage to that 15 car. Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. All right, fellas, 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get to 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Restarts are on the leader. Leader picks inside or outside. Again, you got 8 laps to get it done. 4 of you will move on to the feature. Race hard or race clean. Good luck. Braden Carter, Brandon Combs on the front row. Jesse Ingram, Randy Shreves in row 2. Dylan DeWert, Anthony Marfulio in row number 3. Randall Dixon, Jordan LaFawn in row number 4. James Ingram rounds out your field of 9 drivers. So another CSC driver on the pole in a heat race. Kind of interested to see what the 28 car Brandon Combs has for that young driver on his inside, Clayton.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know much of anything about Mr. Combs there, but
So a 5 car got a little bit of a jump there, so we'll re-rack them and try it once again. Braden Carter will take us to the green flag. So, Clayton, what do you think? Is it the 28 car that was outside that got the 05 a little bit rattled, or what do you think?
yeah, it could be. Like I said before that little almost jump there by Mr. Carter. I don't know anything about Mr. Combs there, but I mean, his Discord profile photo is a late model. Maybe his late model is his favorite. Maybe it's his best. I don't know, but we're going to find out here as we're about to go green.
Yes, sir. As they come off of turn 4, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. You got Braden Carter on the inside. Brandon Combs, my apologies, in the 28 on the outside. It will be Combs to the lead out of turn 2. Randy Shreves, Jesse Ingram in the 777, a driver out of Georgia. He's up to P number 4 in the final transfer. The 20 car of Dylan DeWert, FTM driver. He wants that final transfer. He throws the 20 in deep, gets up on the berm. Jordan LaFawn back there battling it out. Jordan LaFawn currently sitting in P6. He needs 2 positions to transfer. As the 20 car of DeWert and Jesse Ingram go side by side, DeWert moves himself up into a transfer. Up front, Brandon Combs, Braden Carter battling it out at the front of the field. We may have a new contender in the Gears Friday or Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights. Got a little bit excited there. Slide job from the 05. Crossover from Brandon Combs. Randy Shreves, he's riding in the 56 car. Currently riding in P3. Watching the front 2. Dylan DeWert in the 20 car. Now the top 4 have separated from the field a little bit. Jesse Ingram and Jordan LaFawn, driver out of Georgia and Indiana respectively. They're running in P5 and 6. Up front, Slide job coming from the 05. Crossover coming from the 28 there, nose to nose at the line. Oh, contact made between the 28 and the 5. Will that open the door for Randy Shreves? Lap 6 of 8. Brandon Combs at the front of the field. Braden Carter, P2. Randy Shreves, P3. The 20 car of Dylan DeWert in the final transfer.
Back. Man.
Let's take a look. Brandon Combs. Let's take a look. That is Combs in front of the 05 of Braden Carter. As they come into turn number 1, the 05 car dives down low, gets up on the berm, and into the side of the 28.
Yeah, the lap before that, Combs got under Carter, and they kind of went into the corner together. It appeared they almost like drove into each other's cars there. Looked like it might have been an iRacing hiccup of some sort. They were kind of like glued together and then blended together and came off the corner, and Combs got the spot. I'm not saying it was intentional at all, but man, I did not think Carter would go in there aggressive the very next chance he had to get back door to door with the 28 there. I figured he'd maybe, kind of hold back and scope out Combs and see what he could do. I mean, he was matching the speed. Clearly the top two were pulling away, but oh man, now both of them are going to have to come from the back if they want into this thing.
Yeah, and we're on lap 7 of 9. So DeWert, Jordan LaFon, he benefits from that. The 777 of Jesse Ingram and Anthony Marfulio are now in a transfer. So move up DeWert, LaFon, Ingram, and Marfulio. It appears the dirt track bank dash for cash will come down to points. So every point, every position counts. Cale Smith, Braden Carter out there. Grandma Pete cheering on that 11 car, currently in the second position. Grandma Pete, thank you for joining us from out there in Indiana. Roxanne Jones still cheering on Braden Carter. We'll see what happens here in the final laps of the heat number 3. So it appears that Dylan is actually Dylan. Thank you, Dean, for that. See if I can make that work. Dylan DeWert in P1, Jordan LaFon in P2, Jesse Ingram in the 777, Anthony Marfulio in the final transfer position. Up front, Dylan DeWert in the 20 machine, leading the way with 1 to go. Jordan LaFon in P2 in the 11 machine. Sometimes it's you stay out of trouble, you have a good chance to finish up front, which is what has happened in heat number 3. Dylan DeWert coming off a turn 4. Jordan LaFon in P2. Ingram and Marfulio are your 4 transfer drivers.
Man, a consolation.
Consolation to the grid.
Consolation with Braden Carter and Brandon Combs. This is going to be fun.
All right, drivers, it appears you will have 10 laps to get it done. How many moving on?
12.
12 of you will move on. Initial start is on green. Restarts are on the leader. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Donald Ingram, Dylan Kinsey on the front row. Randall Dixon, Chris Cox in row 2. Clay Christopherson, Braden Carter in row number 3. Gavin Chatham, Travis Anderson in row number 4. Randy Shreves, Andrew Kirk in row number 5. Michael Vitale, Brandon Combs in row number 6. Brandon Wright, Kelly Wheeler in row number 7. James Ingram, Heath Dyke in row number 8. Brandon Ellsworth rounds out your field of 17 drivers. So 5 of these drivers will head home. So driver out of Georgia, that's the 10 car. Past Air Force member, the 10 car of Donald Ingram, driver out of Georgia on the front row. Looks like Dylan Kinsey may get the advantage as we thought about 3 wide. Braden Carter is not going to mess around. He's trying to get the CSC car to the front. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be hard to get to. Side job coming. Put the 05 in the lead. Dylan Kinsey tries a crossover. Chris Cox in P3. Donald Ingram falls back to P4. Travis Anderson in the 330 car. He's in P number 5. Randall Dixon, Clay Christopherson back there in the 51. Gavin Chatham, Kelly Wheeler, Randy Shreves, and Andrew Kirk in that 13 ride is in the final transfer position. So you got Michael Vitale, the 13 car of Andrew Kirk now on the outside looking in, as is Brandon Aylesworth, James Ingram, and Heath Dyke did not make the grid. Up front, Braden Carter setting sail.
Yeah, Brandon Combs has gone from 12th, 1 out of the top 5. He might get into the top 5 right here off of 4 laps into this thing. He might be able to make a run up there to Braden Carter.
Let's go on board and take a look at what pro late models at Knoxville look like. Let's turn it up. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a few laps around Knoxville in a pro late model. Up front, Braden Carter still holding down the fort. In the 05, Dylan Kinsey in P2. Donald Ingram in the 10 car. Driver out of Georgia is in P3. Chris Cox, the driver out of Des Moines, Iowa, is in P4. Brandon Combs, the 28 car, is a coming. Look out to the front of the field. Randall Dixon in the 011. The bubble driver is Brandon Aylesworth in that 41 car. The KG veteran Air Force member of Michael Vitale is back there. 1 to go. Braden Carter at the front of the field. Separates himself from the field. We will follow along with the 05 running the slider line. Coming out of turn 4, it will be Carter. Let's take a look. Brandon Aylesworth in a transfer. Aylesworth will transfer. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break as we go to warm-ups here, so we will be right back.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time. 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far. I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you, and I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Pro late models out on the track, wrapping up their warm-ups. Looks like Michael Carter at the top of the board. Jordan LaFawn second quick. So Braden Carter in P2. Aylesworth just puts up the quick time. So we're getting ready to go for a 30-lap feature. Let's get the drivers out on the track. Feature to the grid, please. All right, drivers, no change from your heat races other than the length of the race. Leader, I'm going to need you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Restarts are on the leader. You got 30 laps to get it done. Settle in. Put on a great show. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Michael Carter, Cale Smith on the front row. Dylan DeWert, Caden Berry in row 2. Jordan LaFawn, Anthony Morano in row number 3. Samuel Bachman, Sean Stevens in row number 4. Jesse Ingram, Logan Wentz in row number 5. Justin Sick, Anthony Marfulio in row number 6. Braden Carter, Dylan Kinsey in row number 7. Chris Cox, Donald Ingham in row number 8. Brandon Combs, Randall Dixon in row number 9. Clay Christopherson, Travis Anderson in row 10. Kelly Wheeler, Gavin Chatham in row number 11. Randy Shreves and Brandon Aylesworth round out your full feature of 24 drivers. So here we go. We got another CSC start on the front row with Michael Carter, Cale Smith. Fans out there, who do you got? I got Roxanne Jones cheering on the CSC boys. I got Grandma Pete out there cheering on Jordan LaFawn. Then I got some driver chat. Haven't heard much from the fans tonight. Dean Reynolds out there. Still in Indianapolis, which is 2 hours ahead of me. So 7:43, about bedtime for an old man of his age. It will be Michael Carter and Cale Smith taking us to the green flag.
Jordan LaFawn, how about yourself?
I'm going to jump on the bandwagon and go with the newcomer of Combs is going to come from 18th, and he's going to win it. Here it comes as they come off of turn 4 looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Michael Carter on the bottom side is teammate of Cale Smith on the high side. Caden Berry, he's going to follow the 115 of the CSC driver. Dylan DeWert, my apologies, in P3 as he is side by side with the 12 car of Berry. Anthony Morano, Jordan LaFawn in the 11. We got a train on the top side. Sean Stevens in the 26 as the fireworks continue. Samuel Bachman in the 007 James Bond FTM ride. Justin Sick, Anthony Marfulio in the 238. Youngster, that's Braden Carter from Virginia in the 05. He's got a lot of work to do coming through the field. Jesse Ingram is in P13. Somebody sideways. That will be Donald Ingram as the caution comes out. Saw it out of the corner of my eye. Let's take a look. That's the 10 car, the blue and yellow car on the high side. The 011 just closes in too much. Turns the 10. Pulls down in front of Clay Christopherson. Can't get out of the way. The 51 involved. As he gets his quick repair and get back out on the track. So up front still, it's the CSC boys. Roxanne Jones, Cassie Berry out there cheering on Caden. Caden Berry, as soon as my board settles out, looks like the 12 car is up to P4. Roxanne Jones, Grandma Pete still out there. I haven't heard from many folks out there in New Hampshire lately. Cassie's out there. I think my home state of California had the 4th most views by state, and I don't think I've heard of anybody from California. If you're out there, let us know what you think of the night, who you're cheering on here. As we're getting ready to go back green, Michael Carter, driver out of Virginia, with Cale Smith, the driver out of South Dakota, to his outside, will take us back to green flag racing.
I believe your pick is up 6, maybe
Cassie,
5 spots since the start.
Cassie Berry is actually Caden's mom. Ma'am, welcome to the show. I don't think we have heard from you in the past. Welcome. Michael Carter, Dylan DeWert now. He's trying to get underneath Caden Berry into the back of the 20 car. That will wad up the field. Cautions, breed cautions. That is a prime example. iRacing did not pick it up on my end, so we will leave that to Clayton. That's why he gets the big dollars. Again, a big shout out to Randy Carter Painting for sponsoring the Pro Late Models. Randy Carter Painting out of Virginia. Greatly appreciate your support. I think Clayton has them about figured out. We will go green flag racing. The pace truck will exit next time by. The 11 car may have benefited. The 11 car is currently up to P4 with Justin Sick to his rear bumper. Up front, you still got Michael Carter and Cale Smith, the CSC boys, at the front of the field. As the pace truck exits, we're back under green flag racing. Michael Carter will get to the outside. Cale Smith, now they dive down low. Little bit of a shallow slider line. The 32 car of Anthony Morano on the bottom. Oh! Justin Sick and Jordan LaFawn making a little bit of... Let's see what happened here. I have Gavin... 515 gets into the back of the 28. Yikes. The 24 car's not able to woe it up. So, only lap 5 of 30. All right, drivers, let's settle in. Everyone calm down. We got a long way to go. You have plenty of time to move from the back to the front. Let's get some green flag laps in, get the track war in. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Here, and there's big damage on the 11 car. Let's take a look. That is the front bumper of the 11 Camaro, the driver out of Indiana. Not sure if he took his fast repair. However, might have been a good time to do that if you're going to work your way through the 30 car field. We'll see how the 11 car gets through the remaining laps. CSC still on the front row. You got the 32 car of Murano and the 11 of Jordan LaFawn. Interested in how the 11 car handles with that nose damage on the 11 car. It looks like it's going to handle okay through 1 and 2 as Jordan LaFawn moves up to P3. Murano with a great run on the bottom side. He will duck underneath the 11 car coming off of turn 4. It will be Murano. Now Sean Stevens moves up around the 11 car as Jordan LaFawn and Justin Sick go to the high side. Sick will dive underneath the 11 car into the outside wall. We got all kinds of problems. Let's take a look if I can pull it up. We had a mess. So let's see who we got. Brandon Aylesworth, that's black and green car. Jordan LaFawn, you see him get into the outside fence way up in front here. Randy Shreve slides up. We went 4 wide. Oh, looks like the 007 tried to cut down, gets into Anderson, gets into the 011 car, gets into Aylesworth. Jordan Holy smokes, we got cars everywhere. LaFawn collects the 20 and the 10.
Yeah, this one's going to be on LaFawn. Failure to maintain the race pace there off of 2. Just out of roll there off of turn 2. Yeah, no throttle input whatsoever. He's
So, ran into a rash of cautions here. Michael Carter, Cale Smith, Anthony Murano. Sean Stevens, followed by Justin Sick. We haven't heard much out of the 15 car of Justin Sick, who is a real good late model driver. It's got Braden Carter to his outside. The 28 car, let's take a look at newcomer. The 28 car of Brandon Combs. He is up 5 from the start after being involved in an early incident. That was my pick to come up and win it all. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Michael Carter, Cale Smith, the CSC boys at the front of the field. Anthony Murano in P3. Got a challenge. We're going to go 3 wide. That is Braden Smith. Slides up. Boy, that looks ugly. Yikes. Gets out into Sean Stevens. Everyone able to continue on. Braden Smith in the 05. He's got Sean Stevens, a driver out of Tasmania, to his outside. They make a little bit more contact. Braden Smith once to the front in the worst way. He's trying to plow his way up there. Side by side coming off of turn 4. Justin Sick up to P6. Jesse Ingram. Brandon Combs now is up to P8. Caden Berry, P9. You got Combs on the high side. The youngster out of New Hampshire in the 12 car. Gets up on the berm. Upsets that car a little bit. That may open the door for Chris Cox in the 515, followed by Randy Shreves. Dylan DeWert in the 20 cars in P12. Samuel Bachman in the James Bond 007 FTM is up to P14. Randall Dixon in the 011 is in P15. Up front, Michael Carter setting sail. Cale Smith holding back Anthony Morano in the 32 car. Wreck in the back. Just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Let's take a look. Looks like Jordan LaFawn. Let's take a look. The 007, Jordan LaFawn, 007 gets up into the front of the 11 car. Pushes Jordan LaFawn up into the 515. Into Chris Cox, the 011. So 007, let's take another look. Jordan LaFawn sets, the 007 is down low. Just throws the rear end into the 11 car. Both of those drivers collect the 515. So CSC still at the front of the field. Got Anthony Morano, the 26 of Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens, first week back after 2 weeks off. The driver out of Tasmania looking good. Like to thank all those from down under, which showed up on the statistics in Facebook views. Greatly appreciate you down there tuning in and watching. Haven't even made it halfway yet. Don't forget, 360 Sprint Cars coming up next as the green flag comes back out. Michael Carter at the front of the field. Cale Smith, P2, 32 car. That is Morano. He tries to dive down low. Braden Carter getting super aggressive. He's going to take it 3 wide. Caden Berry trying to follow two 16-year-olds, the 05 and the 12, trying to run their way through the field. It will be Braden Carter that moves up to P3. Crossover coming from Morano in the 32. Little bit of contact from Sean Stevens. Up on the berm. Will he be able to stay off? He will. They drive away. We got a CSC front 3. Carter, Smith, Carter. Morano in the 32 falls back to P4. Sean Stevens in the 26 in P5. Caden Berry still working. Now Brandon Combs, look out. Here comes the 28. He's got Randy Shreves to his outside. Clayton, I've never seen anybody run the top better than the 56 of Randy Shreves.
Yeah, I've seen top dominance from Randy Shreves since I've known him and been a part of this league race control. And Randy can get it done in almost anything around the top, and he's proven right now it's kind of looking like the fast line as he's run down Sean Stevens and Caden Berry here, just peeking into the top 5. I think if he can get around Sean Stevens, he might be able to make a run past Berry and a few others, and we might be interviewing Randy after this one.
Yeah, Randy Shreves up to P7. Jesse Ingram in the 777 car. He's up to P8. Brandon Combs, he's up 8 positions in P9. Patience is going to play a key role as Michael Carter pulls away from Cale Smith and Braden Carter. Anthony Morano in the 32 on lap 21 of 30. It is getting late in this race. We're single file. Caden Berry in the top 5. Sean Stevens is P6. Randy Shreves has moved up 16 positions to P7. Brandon Combs, he's moved up 9 into P number 8. Jesse Ingram, Dylan DeWert, side by side back there. Randall Dixon still dishing it out. As Dylan Kinsey in that 83 car, he's trying to come up through the field. He's moved up 3 positions. Anthony Marfulio in the 238, driver out of the Boston area. Oh, that was close between Christofferson and the 330 of Travis Anderson. They went 3 wide, clear in the back of the field. Up front on lap 24 of 30. Michael Carter setting sail, looking for his second victory of the night. Braden Carter. Clayton, will Braden Carter give that 115 the chrome hood horn if he gets there?
Oh, man, I don't know. He's a youngster. I mean, we've seen it. Youngsters can kind of, get a little greedy and make a move too soon. I don't know. The team aspect Dad might be yelling at him to cut him some slack right now. We don't know what's going on over the CSC chat, but Braden Carter's definitely there, ready to capitalize if Cale Smith has a slip up.
Yes, sir. Meanwhile, Anthony Morano quietly sneaking up. Your top 4 have broken away from the field. Caden Berry and Sean Stevens, the 2 Wyobe drivers, are currently 5 and 6. Randy Shreves, is he done making his way? He's up 16 positions from the start, running that high side with Brandon Combs right behind him. We're on lap 27 of 30, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting ready to get dicey at the front of the field. We're single file. Your top C or CSC drivers are 1, 2, 3. Anthony Morano in the 32 car holding his own. I think it's this time of the season you start points racing, as we talked about last week, Clayton.
Absolutely, yeah. Every position's going to matter for sure.
You got your eye on that Week 16 Dash for Cash, and it's obvious that we're not going to have a bunch of different feature winners. So then it comes down to total combined points. You add the 358s to the Pro Late models to the Sprint cars. Those total points dictate who are going to make the show. So I think we're down to that point to where we have a certain few that are winning features. I am points racing from this point on. Randy Shreves able to get by Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens now, it will be Carter, Cale Smith, Braden Carter. Your top 3. Top 3 start finish line, please. Top 3 start finish line. We'll get a word with your top 3 as the 360 cars. We're running a little bit late, so we will only interview the winner. We will only interview the winner so we can get to the 360 race after this, gentlemen. That's perfect. I can make that work. Don't forget to go up for interview Michael Carter. We'll get a word with your winner as we are running a little bit behind. As soon as I dial it up here, my apologies. Clayton, if you got Michael Carter, that would be greatly appreciated.
I sure do. Michael, it's Clayton in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, another straight 30 lead for the 15 ride. I'm kind of running out of stuff to ask you, man. Every time I interview you, it's the same thing. But man, you're well deserving of all these interviews with what we're seeing out of that 15 ride heck this whole season. Not even tonight, man. What's the biggest thing, in a on the sim in general, man? What are you finding that the guys around you just quite don't have a grip on yet, that you're able to separate yourself from everybody?
Just finding the right lines and trying to see what's working and what ain't. And I mean, once you kind of find it, you listen to your lap times, it kind of tells you everything you need. You just gotta just follow what the track does and keep up with it and um, hit your marks and be smooth. Don't make any mistakes. That's the biggest thing.
Absolutely, man. You had a little bit of competition there on a few restarts from Kale behind. Braden looked like 13th to 3rd for Braden as well. CSC with another podium sweep, man. You feeling that pressure behind on any of those cautions, or are you kind of in your own zone, just setting times each and every lap, kind of driving away?
Yeah, it's a good run to both of them, man. It's always great to have our team 1, 2, 3, but yeah, I always feel a little pressure when I got my teammates behind me, but once I get out there and start hitting my marks and everything's going smooth, and I just kind of get in the zone and worry about what I'm doing, not what anybody else is doing. So um, yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of it, I guess, is in your mind and not making mistakes. That's how I see it.
Yeah, props to you, man. Another win. I feel like I already know every sponsor you're about to say, but who do you got to thank on that 15 ride for yet another victory this season?
I gotta thank Friday Night Lights Joe. I gotta thank you here for the admin. You'll do a great job. Dirt Track Bank, GY6RN. Gotta thank my dad, Randy Carter Painting. Hey Pop. My mom's watching. Uh, I got CSC Motorsports. Kale Smith, Braden Carter, Kyle Hardy Racing, Pit Lizard Graphics. Um, hi to Kale's mom, Tally. Desi. Anybody else that's watching, appreciate y'all tuning in. Thanks.
Congratulations on another win, man. We're gonna see you in sprint cars.
I might hop in there. We'll see.
Alrighty, buddy. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's your winner of the Pro Late Models. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be with the 360 Sprint Cars for your nightcap. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at your nightcap with the 360 sprint cars. Let's get the cars off the track. See how many cars we have make it in. It looks like only 23.
What up, dude?
All drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. So this will be the first time we haven't had a full feature in I can't remember how long. All right, drivers, welcome to the Nightcap 360 Sprint Cars right back here at Knoxville. You guys all know the rules, so I'll open it up to the drivers. Any questions, comments, or concerns, now would be the time. Yeah, no worries. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's get the show underway. Good luck. So as you heard, this will be the first race that we do not have a full feature, as I'm counting 23 cars. So we'll be one short of a full feature. Michael Vitale on track in the 213. As always, thank you, Michael, for your service. Great looking wrap on that ride. Anxious to see my teammate, Kurt Schatzer, come out in the new wrap for the Dirt Track Bank number 18 car. He's not out yet. Brian Dickens is in the 122 Dirt Track Bank ride. Good looking ride. Driver out of North Dakota. Matt Grimm is back with us. Driver out of Ohio in the 91. Wentz top of the board. Vitale top of the board. 15.626. Our times are getting down there. Chris Cox 15.344. Sean Stevens still hasn't come out on track. Brandon Aylesworth, he shuts it down. 13th quick so far, 15.805 for the Dirt Track Bank number 41. Michael Carter in the 15 car, he's 5th quick, 15.367. Anthony Morano in the 32 car, 15.328, good enough for 4th quick. The last week's winner, Gavin Chatham, 15.130. 56 car, Randy Shreves, P2, 15.257. Sean Stevens, YOB driver. Caden Berry out on track in the 12 car. 7th quick, 15.338. See if he can improve on his second lap. Sean Stevens, 2nd quick in the 26. 15.212. Caden Berry on his second lap shuts it down. 7th quick, 15.338. Dylan DeWert, 9th quick, 15.361. Braden Carter in the pink, 0.5. The CSC driver, 12th quick, 15.438. Clayton Berry is 7th quick. James Ingram in the 40 car shuts it down. 22nd quick with a 16.338. Waiting on the 18 car of Kurt Schatzer as the brand new wrap of the 18 car. Driver out of Pennsylvania. And my teammate Kurt Schatzer comes out on track. Good looking wrap on that ride. Like to thank the Dirt Track Bank for not only sponsoring Friday Night Lights, but sponsoring the Hammer Down Racing crew. Good looking 18 ride. Last car to qualify, Kurt Schatzer in the 18. See if Kurt Schatzer has anything for Gavin Chatham. No, sir. Won't have time. Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid, please. Gavin Chatham, Matt Grimm on the front row. All right, drivers, you got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody moving to the feature tonight. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Restarts are on the leader. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Gavin Chatham, Matt Graham on the front row. Caden Berry, Michael Carter in row 2. Heath Dyke, Brandon Combs in row number 3. Donald Ingram, James Ingram round out your field of 8 drivers. Congratulations, Gavin Chatham, with this week's quick time, $10 to your account, sir. Congratulations. So we're getting ready for heat number 1. Again, we should not have a consolation. I said we will not, but we should not. We got Wyobe drivers, Matt Grimm and Caden Berry, who have dominated. Gavin Chatham burst onto the scene last week in that 24 machine and took home the win. So we'll see. We got 2 stout drivers, 3 stout drivers at the front of the field. Michael Carter in the 15, not known for his sprint car prowess, but he's out there giving it a go regardless. Brandon Combs in the 21 machine is out there. It will be Gavin Chatham. Green flag is out. We are underway. You saw Chatham get on that berm. That upset the car a little bit. Matt Graham tries to move up. Michael Carter in P3. Heath Dyke in the 36. He's going to run the outside, try to get a run on the outside of the 12 car of Caden Berry. Caden Berry currently in the 4th and final transfer position on lap 2 of 8. Berry's going to dive to the inside of Michael Carter in the 15 ride. The 36 car, our driver from Australia, he's going to dive to the inside of Caden Berry. Heath Dyke wants a direct ticket to the feature, although everybody is heading to the feature. Brandon Combs in that 21 ride. He pulls to the rear tail tank of the 36. Up front, Gavin Chatham setting sail once again. Matt Graham falling back. The Wyobe drivers now running P2 and a P4 with Michael Carter in between them. Races are starting to pick up in intensity. The races don't take as long as they did in the previous 2 divisions. Chatham setting sail. The driver out of Pennsylvania in the 24 on lap 6 of 8. Grimm, Carter, Caden Berry P4, Heath Dyke P5, Brandon Combs in P6, Donald Ingram and James Ingram in P7 and 8. I'm not sure what Gavin Chatham has found, Clayton, but he is setting sail, running away from the Wyobe drivers.
Gavin, yeah, sorry about that. My mic was off there for a second, but Gavin has just come in with an absolute head of steam and, man, making it known Wyobe will not make that 24 car back down. Almost half a straightaway in 8 laps. Good for Gavin Chatham there in that 24 team.
Chatham, Grimm, Carter, Berry heading to the feature. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 360 Sprint Cars. That got over in a big hurry. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 2. Got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Leader needs you 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Restarts are on the leader. Again, you got 8 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Sean Stevens, Brian Dickens on the front row. Chris Cox, Anthony Marfulio in row 2. Michael Vitale, Brandon Aylesworth in row number 3. Jesse Ingram and Kurt Schatzer round out your field of 8 drivers. So Wyobe back on the front row. 3 of my dirt track bank teammates are in this race. You got the 122 of Brian Dickens. You got the 41 of Brandon Aylesworth and the 18 of Kurt Schatzer. So here we go. I may be a little bit biased in this race.
Quick announcement here. I did not catch on to it during practice, as I'm a a little bit sleep deprived, but last week there was an incident with the 05 of Braden Carter and the 20 of Dylan DeWert. The 05 would not be running in this week's sprint car endeavor as of last week with the incident. So that is on me for not getting that handled before practice, but the 05 of Braden Carter will not be fielding a sprint car tonight.
Sean Stevens looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Sean Stevens dives down to the bottom. Brian Dickens to P2 in the 122. Chris Cox, Anthony Marfulio, your top four. Brandon Aylesworth, he's trying to move up. Kurt Schatzer makes contact with the 213. On lap 2 of 8, caution comes out.
Kurt Schatzer coming down. All right, I see the 238 with a little bit of a wiggle here. 18 gets down and out of the way of the 238. In the midst of doing that, though, comes down and collects the 213 of Michael Vitale, car 18 EOL.
Sean Stevens, Brian Dickens, Chris Cox, Brandon Aylesworth, your top four. Kurt Schatzer gets the EOL. He's currently in the pits getting a quick repair, I would think. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we should have at least one more time around. Lights are now off on the pace truck. Shows we should be going green next time by. All restarts in sprint cars are single file. We still have fans out there. I see Cassie Berry. That's Caden Berry's mom. Last post was from the Pro Late Models. We have any sprint car fans out there? Let us know what you think as the pace truck exits. We're getting ready to go back green. Sean Stevens, driver out of Tasmania. Great restart. Brian Dickens, P2. Chris Cox, Brandon Aylesworth, your top four. Anthony Marfulio in the 238, the driver out of the Boston area. Michael Vitale in the 213. Jesse Ingram in the 777. Kurt Schatzer has left the server, it looks like. Sean Stevens up in P1. Brian Dickens trying to keep pace. Chris Cox in P3. Aylesworth is going to dive down, try to get by the 515, put Aylesworth up to P3. Brandon Aylesworth moves up to P3. That moves Chris Cox back to the bubble. Anthony Marfulio in the 238 falling off the pace a little bit. Sean Stevens at the front of the field. Brian Dickens, P2. Brandon Aylesworth in P3. Chris Cox in P4. Sean Stevens, welcome back to Friday Night Lights as he enters lap 7 of 8 at the front of the field, opening up a gap between himself and the 122 North Carolina driver Brian Dickens. Brandon Aylesworth back there in the 41 machine as Chris Cox is starting to flash a little bit. One to go. Sean Stevens takes the white flag. It will be Stevens, Dickens, Aylesworth, and Chris Cox, your top four. Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. All right, drivers, top 4 transfer, as you know. Got 8 laps to get it done. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Restarts are on the leader. 8 laps. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Randy Shreves, Anthony Morano on the front row. Dylan DeWert, Braden Carter in row 2. Dylan Kinsey, Logan Wentz in row number 3. Kelly Wheeler round out your field of 7 drivers.
Hey, can I fill in? Yes.
Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Randy Shreves. He's got Anthony Morano to his outside. Only 6. Braden Carter, as you heard, did not make the field. Green flag is out. We are underway. It is Randy Shreves at the front of the field, followed by Morano. Dylan DeWert is on the inside of the 018 of Logan Wentz. Logan Wentz is the 4th and final transfer driver currently. Kelly Wheeler and Dylan Kinsey are your 6 cars in the field. Randy Shreves in that 56 machine, set and sail, running the middle of the track with a little bit of a slider line off, followed by Morano, DeWert, and Logan Wentz. Randy Shreves extending his lead over the 32 car of Morano. Dylan DeWert in P3. Logan Wentz in the 4th and final transfer on lap 6 of 8. Can Kelly Wheeler in the 110 car gather it up enough to get up there and challenge for that final transfer position? We're coming to 2 to go. 56 of Randy Shreves is not going to look back as Morano, he settled into a comfortable 2nd. Dylan DeWert in a comfortable 3rd. No challenge for the transfer. Randy Shreves, followed by Morano, DeWert, and Wentz. Comfortable 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be Shreves, Morano, DeWert, and Wentz, your top 4. Three minutes of warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Feature to the grid, please. All right, drivers, welcome to the feature. You got 30 laps to get it done. Initial start is still on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Restarts are on the leader. Again, you got 30 laps to get it done. Put on a great show. Race hard. Be patient. Race clean. Good luck. Gavin Chatham, Sean Stevens on the front row. Matt Grimm, Randy Shreves in row number 2. Brian Dickens, Anthony Marano in row number 3. Michael Carter, Brandon Aylesworth in row number 4. Dylan DeWert, Caden Berry in row number 5. Chris Cox, Logan Wentz in row number 6. Heath Dyke, Anthony Marfulio in 7. Kelly Wheeler, Brandon Combs in row number 8. Jesse Ingram, Dylan Kinsey in row number 9. Donald Ingram, Michael Vitale in row number 10. Braden Carter is not in the field. James Ingram in row number 11. Kurt Schatzer rounds out your field of 22 drivers. Let's see if the 24 car, the driver out of Pennsylvania, Gavin Chatham, can repeat at the front of the field. He's got some company up there with Randy Shreves, Sean Stevens out of Tasmania, the 91 Wyobe driver of Matt Grimm out of Ohio. Don't count out the 122 of Brian Dickens. He's rolling off in P5, and that's going to be my pick for the win, is Brian Dickens in the 122. Pace truck should exit this time by 30 laps to close out week 8. Again, take a look at our points, fnlrl.com. You got league information and point standings. If you want to see where your favorite driver is running, that's the place to do it. It's got our schedule. It's got the point standings and league information. Pace truck is off. Gavin Chatham looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Chatham on the bottom side. Expect that 24 to slide up. He gets a big jump over Sean Stevens in the 26. Randy Shreves settles out in P number 4 with Matt Grimm diving to the inside. Brandon Aylesworth in the 41. He moves up 3. Caden Berry, he's working the bottom in that 12 car. He saw his hands super busy inside the 12 car as he gets on that berm. Let's take a look inside. Oh, Berry goes around. Let's take a look at what happened. See if I can find Caden Berry. Not sure what happened here. He's running on the bottom side. The 32 gets up into the 122. No place for Caden Berry to go. He gets into the back of the 32. A wing disappears. However, that youngster wouldn't have any problems running that thing without a wing from what I've seen in real life. However, the 12 car will have to go for a quick repair as the wing gods just gave him his wing back.
Black clear.
So the 12 car will move to the back of the field, which I have a feeling he's going to finish in a solid top 5 by my estimation. Gavin Chatham still at the front of the field in that 24 machine. Chatham, Stevens, Shreves, Grimm, Aylesworth, your top 5.
Yeah, I've got the 32 coming up into Brian Dickens right there off of 4. I know it was a little dicey right there beforehand, but the 32's contact off the 122. Sends the 12 around. Looks like the 32 and the 12 are in the back after pitting already, so no need to hand out EOLs. Just keep track 32. You do have 1. I'll give you 1 just so you're tracking.
My bad, Anthony. You good, man?
So lap 3 of 30 complete. Got a long way to go. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Gavin Chatham as he gets a good restart on Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens, first week back after a couple week break. He wants to put the Wyobe drivers on a podium. Randy Shreves, P3. Matt Grimm, another Wyobe driver, is back in P4. Brandon Aylesworth in P5. As the caution comes back out, which I did not see.
I don't know if that was on me or not, Clayton.
Yeah, I was just about to announce it. When you come up the border, look like it's straightened up. Move the left rear down into low there. That is on you, Mr. Mambulio.
Oh, the 238 just swerves down, gets into the 18 car. So 238 to the back of the field here. All right, drivers, let's settle in. We only got 6 laps done. Everybody settle in. Got a long way to go. Race hard, race clean. Good luck.
All right, anybody on pit road? We are. 1 to green. Leader is on you. Out of 4. Maintain a 1 to 1.5 car length gap off that pace truck for me. Logan wants to go, go, go. Don't worry about pit speed. Go.
Gavin Chatham, Randy Shreves, Sean Stevens, Grimm, Aylesworth, your top 5. Pace truck is off. We'll go back green on lap 6 of 30. Good restart by Gavin Chatham, Sean Stevens in P2, Randy Shreves P3. We are nose to tail. Brandon Aylesworth in the 41, Michael Carter in the 15 in P6. Heath Dyke battling it out with the 122 of Brian Dickens. Dyke on the high side. Brian Dickens falls back to P8. Dylan DeWert in P9. Chris Cox in P10. Brandon Combs in the 21 car, wheeling a sprint car. He's in 11. Jesse Ingram, Kurt Schatzer in the 18 has moved up 10 positions in the 18. Dylan Kinsey in the 83 car, he's up to P14. Caden Berry, he's back in 15th after early damage. Plenty of time for the youngster to work his way back through the field. Anthony Morano in the 32 has fallen back. Kelly Wheeler, Donald Ingram, Michael Vitale in the 213, the Gears Unlimited ride. Anthony Marfulio, my apologies, battling back. Logan Wentz, James Ingram up front. Gavin Chatham is about as smooth as they come so far here at Knoxville. Slider line holding the lead in front of Sean Stevens. Randy Shreves in P3. Michael Carter battling it out. Don't look now. Here comes the 36 Australian driver, Heath Dyke. He slid in underneath Michael Carter. Couldn't quite make the pass.
Gavin Chatham, we stay green here. Gavin's going to have to work through the back of the field. Last week does the same thing with Matt Grimm and Caden Berry on his tail. Now the third YOB driver, Sean Stevens. See what Gavin can do here in traffic. Looks like Sean's caught him a little bit. Sean's been putting down some blistering lap times. Sean might be able to capitalize on him if he can get to him quick.
Yeah, as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, the car's going by at a little higher clip than they were in the previous races. Randy Shreves able to get by Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens now YOB drivers battling it out. Sean Stevens and Matt Grimm. Michael Carter holding his own in a top 5 after 2 victories in the previous 2 races. Brandon Aylesworth is moved up 2 positions. Heath Dyke moved up 6 in that 36 machine. Australian drivers showing up strong. 2 Australian drivers in the top 10.
I don't know if you saw here, but Sean Stevens, when he went to go around James Ingram, rear-ended the 40 car of James Ingram being a lap down. Sean Stevens running around the track right now without a front wing, and that car is suffering bad as he is dropping through the pack.
You can see Sean Stevens' hands busy inside that 26 as the 15 car of Carter gets up on the inside berm. Sean Stevens handling an ill-handling race car with no front wing. Still wheeling the 26 machine on lap 20 of 30. As Gavin Chatham in the 24 is in thick lap traffic as he gets by the 40 of Ingram. Who can get through traffic better? Chatham, Randy Shreves right on the rear tail tank of the 24. They go to the inside of Donald Ingram. Logan Wentz, that is the leader behind you, sir. That is the leader behind you. Hold your line back of the field. Gavin Chatham pulls to the inside. Chatham dicing his way through the back of the field. The 110 car of Kelly Wheeler goes a lap down. Gavin Chatham, Randy Shreves, Matt Grimm, Michael Carter, Sean Stevens, Heath Dyke. Stevens still operating that 24 or 26 car without a front wing. Oh, we got a mess. Looks like Brandon Aylesworth was involved.
What are you doing? That is ruining my whole entire.
Let's take a look here at what happened. There comes the field. The 40 comes out of the pits. Just the 40 and the 41 make contact. Barry gets involved. Brian Dickens gets involved. The 21 car piles in. We'll have to see the exit from the pits of the 41. Or maybe he didn't come out of the pits, just not holding race speed.
Take shots from man. That's a good looking ride, bud.
Yeah, I've got this one on the 40 car. Failure to hold race speed. 40, Joel, 40.
Unfortunate. A lot of good cars heading to the back of the field.
I'll have my black speed, please.
Gotcha.
Sounds to me like Sean Stevens is definitely not giving up, as he has just asked for some black flags to be cleared. Let's see where Stevens is currently running. He looks like he came in and got his wing put back on that car. Caden Berry now running without a front wing.
I was just about to say, now look at his teammate. 12 car Caden Berry here. Looks like the right front's towed out quite a bit too. Caden's gonna have a hard time turning that car into the corner with the front end damage it's got right now.
So we'll see. That is a look at the 12 car. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Gavin Chatham at the front of the field, able to separate himself from Randy Shreves, Matt Grimm, MP3. Michael Carr, the 36 car of Heath Dyke gets into the outside fence.
Yeah, everybody in this league, unfortunately, does for people.
Kurt Schatzer, the biggest mover of the night. He's up 14, up to P9. Tucked in behind his teammate of Brian Dickens in the 122. Up front, Gavin Chatham is setting sail. Smooth, consistent lines. Lap 27 of 30 is done. Randy Shreves falling off the pace a little bit. Matt Grimm doesn't have anything for Randy Shreves at the moment. Michael Carter is proving he can wheel about anything. Michael Carter is in P4. Heath Dyke in P number 5. Two laps to go. Gavin Chatham looking for back-to-back wins, trying to bring home the victory at Knoxville. Can Randy Shreves close that gap? He is trying. We're going to have lap traffic to contend with. Chatham has not had an issue getting through lap traffic. 110, that is the leader. Hold your line. Chatham and Randy Shreves trying to get through the field. Coming off a turn 4, it will be Chatham, Shreves, and Grimm. Your top three. Top three start finish line, please. Top three start finish line. So, Clayton, lap traffic definitely came into play, unfortunately. See if we can get the field lined up here. All right, drivers, once you get lined up, don't forget to go up for your interviews. We got Matt Grimm. We'll grab Matt Grimm in the YOB number 91 car. Matt, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, got you guys.
Man, kind of a weird night here at Knoxville. Walk us through your night. How was it from the seat?
Oh, it was just normal hold to the floor and kind of guide the wheel and see what happens. The only way to win with a track like that at Knoxville is to start up front, and didn't do that. So it is what it is. Congrats to them guys, and maybe we'll get them next time.
Yeah, man, another podium. So Lanier next week. So we're going to shorten this down a little bit. You looking forward to that, or what are your thoughts?
Well, Lanier will probably slick off to where it'll be just riding around the bottom, so that won't be no fun either. So maybe the track after that.
All right, man. Another podium for the YOB team. Great run by that 91 car, man. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
Yeah, thanks to all the guys over at YOB, Speed Factory Sets, LCJ Carpentry, Stingray Rock Tools Australia. You guys for putting it on, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes next week.
Yeah, man. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Thanks.
Bring up Mr. Shreves here. Randy, this is Clayton in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Clay.
Man, tough battle right there with Chatham getting into lap traffic there at the end, man. I see you guys make a killer, almost 3-4 wide move off of 2 on the final lap. What was the little extra bit that 56 needed to potentially get a win tonight?
I don't know. Mainly that restart kind of got me a little bit. That last restart, I kind of started off in the slick there, and Gavin pulled away, and then I had to catch back up. I felt I had a little something for him, and then them lap cars came into play, and then that kind of almost killed both of us. But yeah, overall it was just a fun race, man. Tough break for Sean. Me and him were battling out there for a while, and then he got taken out by a lap car. Just unfortunate for him. And definitely a awesome win for Gavin there.
Yeah, for sure, man. You put on a heck of an attempt at getting that 24. 56 looks good, man. It's good to see the 56 back up front where it belongs. Who do you got to thank on that ride for a podium finish tonight?
Definitely want to thank everybody at LGR Motorsports, ABR Setup Shop, Colta West at Redline Design Company, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish Line Repair. The Dirt Track Bank, you and Joe up there in the booth, and everybody that's involved with this thing. And I want to thank everybody for watching.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on a P2 finish, and hopefully you can keep the momentum up, and we could talk some more this season.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll hope to keep it up.
All righty, buddy. Good luck, and once again, congrats on the P2.
Thanks, Clay.
Gavin Chatham brings that 24 home. P1 for the second week in a row. Gavin, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, what are you doing out there in that 24 car? It seems like when you get in the lead, man, you're calm demeanor. You don't miss your line. Everything is just smooth in that 24. 2 weeks in a row, man. What enabled you to keep that car in the front of the field?
Just being smooth, being patient. A little bit of racecraft. I timed the lap cars pretty good to where I was able to get around them pretty smoothly. It got a little sketchy there coming to the checker flag and 1 and 2 there. I had to split 2 of the lap cars, and I thought for sure the one on the bottom was coming up and going to take me and Randy for a little bit of a ride there. But he held his line. He did good. And but yeah, just being smooth, being consistent, being up front obviously is a huge advantage. You get to control the race, control the restarts, and then just being smooth, being smart, making smart decisions, laying down good lap times, and that's all you got to do.
Yeah, I saw some Chatham Motorsports merchandise on Facebook, but I have not seen that appear in our Discord under driver merch, where people can get hats and T-shirts from Chatham Motorsports. Any thoughts of posting that merch? I'd like to take a Chatham Motorsports T-shirt to some races this year. If you ever have time, appreciate you throwing that into our Discord driver merch, some link.
Absolutely, I'll do that. There's there's a couple new plans with that. A couple, I want to do a retro T-shirt that from our first Chatham Motorsports shirt. So when I get everything completed, and I'll throw it in there for sure, so everybody can take a look at it.
Yeah, man, another great run by that 24, man. 2 victories in a row. Who do you want to thank on that ride for your drive to victory lane?
I just want to thank you guys for doing an awesome job with the broadcast. Everyone who helps put Friday Night Lights on, all the sponsors, everybody behind the scenes, everybody that lets us come out here and do this. I just want to say thanks to everybody who does that. I just want to thank the fans for coming out and watching as well, who support this league. I want to thank Chatham Motorsports, Mike Schick Motorsports Design, Velocity Race Design, Miller Time Motorsports, and Northeast Outlaw Motorsports. Thank you for all the sponsors, all the help. And I just want to thank my fans as well who come out here and support me and watch these races.
Yeah, man, can't wait to see you next week on the short track. So let's see if you can do 3 in a row. It'd be great to talk to you next week on the podium.
I will not be here next week. I'll be away for the weekend. So I'm going to miss Lanier, unfortunately, but then I'll be back on the 22nd for whatever race that's scheduled on the schedule. I'll be back for that one.
Right on, man. Congratulations 2 weeks in a row, and have a great weekend.
Hey, you guys have. Hey, Joe, one more thing. Just throw it out there. If you, I'm not going to qualify for the money race, but I know we were joking around about broadcasting next week. I'll join you guys up in the booth for the Dasher Cash if you guys are interested.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. That'll be week 16, February. Can't remember the date, but absolutely, it's a date.
As long as I don't have to work, I'll definitely join you guys up in the booth and try the broadcasting side for once.
That'd be awesome, man. Love to have you.
All right, thank you guys, and thank you guys. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you also.
Buddy.
Thanks.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is week 8. Clayton, any final thoughts from Knoxville?
What a great performance. I like seeing the new guys come out. His last name's Combs. I don't have his first name yet, but definitely got to be in talks for provisional. See if we can't get a tight lines provisional going for Mr. Combs there. Kid showed a lot of speed tonight, a lot of talent out of that 28 ride all night long, and in the first 2 series at least. Saw, the modifieds didn't put on the best show. Track just, it wasn't the driver's fault, it wasn't our fault. Track just sometimes holds the moisture, doesn't burn off, and the 358's not having, the most power. Very one-lane race, but the late models and sprint cars, man, a lot of good racing. A lot of big hits in the late models for a lot of big guys. You see Jordan LaFon, you see, I believe Grandy possibly included in some big hits, man. It's you never know, and he's definitely Jordan LaFon's had a little bit of a monkey on his back this season. Can't seem to get it off, so hopefully that 11 car can rip it off and come up here and talk to us on Friday nights like we're used to having from Jordan. But overall, another great night of racing. Wish the modifieds. I'm a big modified guy. Wish we could have seen a little bit better of a race from them, but it's is what it is. The guys still did what they could with what they had, and delivered at the end when we wanted the big faster cars to put on a show. They came through for sure. Congrats to all of our winners and all of our viewers out there. Thanks for tuning in once again. We wouldn't be able to do it without you guys, and all y'all support to the drivers really goes a long way, man. We're a big family here, and we hope to see you again next Friday and continue to make it bigger.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude week 8 at Knoxville. Greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in. As you've heard, next week we are back at Lanier. So a little bit of short track racing. Greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hope you all have a great weekend. And until next time, we'll see ya.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give him a quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling. We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses. So.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. Riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins, and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit, and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well. They can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're going to go through the blue barrels, and you can weave through them, and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we could grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property that, you know, we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people. Obstacles.
I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.